Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Trendy Eve. Today's video is going to be about how I was scouring the internet and looking for a bag to make and came up with a Valentino's bag which is got like an army print. So I did go ahead and find this fabric. I've had this fabric for quite some time now, and yeah, so this is what I'm going to be using today. It's a nice sturdy fabric and I think this is going to be awesome for the tutorial. So this is the bag that I actually ended up making from it, and there's a picture that's coming up now of the bag that I was inspired by, and it is an actual Valentino's bag. So guys, if you'd like to know how I've put this bag together, please keep watching. Right guys, so I've got everything laid on this table. So what I've done, I've cut two pieces. So this is going to be the back and this is going to be the front. Then I'm also going to be using this, and this is going to be for the trim that I'm going to be using in the front of the bag. And then I'm also going to be using this, and this is going to be like the handles that I'm going to be using, but I'm going to have to cut it to fit. And this is not actually a bag handle, but I'm going to use it anyway because this is like an exercise, you can see that. So this is what I'm going to be using to make the bag handles. Right guys, so I'm going to start with this bit, and what this is going to be, is going to be like the little tie that's in the front of the bag. So all I'm doing is just folding it like this, and I'm going to use maybe less than a centimetre. I'm just going all the way down, folding it in two. So now that I've done that, from one end, I'm just going to use this pin. I'm just going to pin it through one layer and then close it. So it looks like that. And then I'm just going to try and somehow get it back on itself like that. And because it's already nipped on one end, we just have to ease it through. And just keep pulling if you have to use your... Okay guys, so I've sewn across it. Hope you guys can see that. And the art is to just really turn it back on itself. So once I've turned it back on itself, it should now start looking like this. And then what I want to do with these two long bits, which is going to be a task, so I might have to do this one by one, is just to get this to slide all the way up to the top by pushing these 2 feet into here. Right guys, now that I've got my 2 bottom pieces in, with the help of the pin, all I need to do now is just slide it up to the top, turning and fixing, making sure that the D-ring is free on the curve. So when I'm done, it should look like this. This bit now is going to go on top. So this is going to be like the middle feature. So it looks like this. So what I want to do after that, I'm going to take the front of my very bag, I'm going to find my middle, which is curving the, folding the fabric in two, and I want it to go around here. So where this brown bit is, I wouldn't mind if it sits right there. So what I will do is sew it along here. So I'll just sew across, bringing it back round so it falls down, but I'll show you what I mean in the process. So basically I've got the front bit attached. So in order to do this bit, I worked from the top and then bend it back over and then sewed across here to secure it, to giving it this effect. So yeah, this is going to be like the very front of the bag, and I always try to work with a bag and put all the bits on before I ended up closing it, because I think that it works better that way and it's much more easier. So on the top half of the bag, this is the back area. What I've done, I've just used my fingers and just press just to give it a seam, because really I want a double turn. So this is just making it easier for me, so I'm just aligning it up, and then I'm just going to turn it back like this and sew all the way down. So I'm just going to place this underneath the machine like so, and just sew all the way down using what I've already turned to help me to turn it back again. So it should start looking like this. And this is the top half of the bag, and I need to go all the way to the end. Right, so for the handles, what I'm going to do with the long area, I'm going to just put the two together like this, and with the curve here, I'm just going to cut it straight across. So this now should give me my two handles. Right, so now I am ready to put my handles on. So I've kind of got it around here. Now this bit is the bottom of the bag, so I don't have to go all the way down to the bottom, but I will go, and this is where the handles are going to be, which I'm going to hold. So I'm eyeballing this by putting it around here. Pretty happy with it looking like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew these two down, and then coming up here and attaching it as it is. So in this bit of the video, I'm just sharing with you guys how I'm putting the handles on, and I just had to speed this part up. Right guys, so now that I've got all my straps on, I am ready to close the bag. So all I'm doing is taking the right side and the wrong side like this, and I am sewing all the way down. So here what I'm also sharing with you guys is that I'm using a 1 centimeter seam allowance, and I'm going all the way around the bag. So with all seams open at the very end of the bag, meaning the side seam and the bottom seam, I opened the seams up and just went straight away across here. So when I turn the bag over now onto the right side, So I'm just going to go ahead and clean it all up and also do this bit of the handle. And yeah, it's... Guys, thank you so much for watching the tutorial. I really appreciate it. Please, all of you, stay safe. I know this is hard times and I know we're all scared, but please just stay safe, please. And guys, thanks so much for watching how I put this together. I really appreciate it. Please like, share and subscribe. And guys, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.